Hello and welcome to a slightly delayed Rony's Tuesday Fun Race 2021 round 23 in the FZ5 at Kyoto Ring International. I'm Peter Butcher and tonight I'm joined in the commentary box by Zdravko Topolnjak. Zdravko, how are you?
Good evening, everybody. I'm fine. And how are you, Pete?
Yeah, I'm good. We're about to get cracking for a race with the FZ5 around this very, very long combo at Kyoto. Zdravko, maybe you can talk the audience through what on earth this track is.
Well, this track is a mixture of Kyoto long KY3 configuration and KY2R Kyoto National reversed. After the entry to the oval on Kyoto 3, the normal track would have an entry to the oval. Here you connect to the first turn of KY2R and then you proceed to take whole KY2R, and on the oval you come back to where you would be with Kyoto 3 track and then just finish the last part of KY3. It's a long track, especially with this car, but it's very fast, very fun to drive.
Yeah, so as you can see on there, it is 9.9 kilometers, just shy of 10 kilometers around this track. And it's not Owen Harmon joining us this week, it is Zdravko Topolnjak. So yeah, we have a 60-minute race and only 8 laps because of how long this track is. And it should be a fun one in the FZ5, which if you're familiar with that end of the speed, then yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's a 3.6 litre flat 6 rear engine rear wheel drive car. And you know, it's heavy, and it's going to be a tricky one on the tires around here, Zdravko.
Yeah, I think that tire management will definitely be a key in the race, even though it's only, I mean, it looks like it's only 8 laps, but one lap here is around 4 minutes, so that's still some time of racing. And in a flat out pushing mode on lap 2, end of lap 2, your tires are toast, especially the rears, so there will be some managing going on. I guess that people will try to strike a great balance between having enough camber to get a lot of grip and not having that much camber to keep tire temperatures in check on the rear.
Absolutely, and as you can see, the qualifying results are scrolling past our screen as we speak. It was in fact Rick Cardle who took pole position ahead of his teammate Sidus Unite in P3. Second row start actually for Unite today. Upsas from Born to Race took P2, Owner P4, Falcon for Race Green 5th, Oscar, Lorenzo, Fnatic, Kid and Mantas rounding out the top 10. 32 cars will start this one, and that's going to be a sizable grid for such a big track, so I wonder how many will have left by the end. It's going to be a race of attrition on the tyres. It's only 30-minute race, but yeah, it's still, as Zdravko said, going to be tricky to manage them. Let's see what we have in store. We have 2 minutes to go, in fact, till the start of this. The drivers are all completed their qualifying session, and yeah, we just have the couple of minutes to go. Sorry we couldn't bring you pictures of that today. There we are. Sometimes things just don't go well. But we're here for the racing action at Kyoto in Live Speed. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. While we wait, I think we will see. Apparently the results are slightly wrong as well. So hopefully we will see what's going on when the racing gets going. Something on our timing is broken slightly, but hopefully they're not too dramatically different than the actual results of the session. And yeah, the drivers are gridding up now, and we should be going in just a moment's time. Before we go green, we do have the updated qualifying results from the session. Rick Cardle first. Upsas posted a faster time than we reported earlier, and it was Lorenzo in P5. So there we are. They are the updated grid for the race, which Zdravko, it should be getting underway any minute now. I think the drivers are almost ready.
Yeah, I think that the race will start in like 20-30 seconds. They're getting ready to join and vote for a restart. So let's see what will happen. I'm thinking that this is Rick's race to lose.
Yep, certainly. Pole position is helpful. Unite's going to get a big old toe down to turn 1, being in P3, obviously of his teammates. So if Unite gets a good start, Unite is very, very, very strong in the FZ5, though, it has to be said. So qualifying might not have gone all of his way, but in the race, Unite will be pretty great.
Yeah, well, you can never know if so. You can never kind of know if somebody in qualifying was working on a race setup or working on pushing out hot laps.
It's time for the race. Finally, we are heading to the track for some action here on Sim Broadcast. Thanks for joining us. And here we go then for the start of this one. Let's go racing indeed, says the server. And here are our 32 drivers who will take the start of the race. Rick Cardle there on pole position, ahead of his teammate in P3, and Upsas alongside him on the first row. We're green, and 32 cars thunder down to turn 1 of Race Green's version of Kyoto Ring International. There we go. And it's already tight at the front. There we go. Owner already making a move around the outside, trying to take the position early. We're going to have almost a 4-wide situation into turn 1. Nope, just 2 wide. But it is Upsas who has a nose ahead. He's gone wide, though. And there's going to be a squeeze on the exit. And Rick managing to run it around the outside, but there's contact. Upsas keeping his nose in, and that's not good for our championship leader. Zdravko, take that away.
Well, that was a bit crazy. Upsas just the car on the first lap has cold tires, so it's a bit of a bolt, and Upsas just understeered into Cardo. Then good work on all of them to kind of collect it and not crash out.
Yeah, Rony's having
because
a bad
nobody is out of the race and crashed except Ronin, obviously.
Yeah, so the those two drivers then further down the field battling together. We won't get updates on our timing tower until the drivers hit the sector time. There is the first sector line on the track, and we are focused squarely on the fight between Rick Cardle and Upsas, who had that contact at turn 2, I guess it is, just after the second apex of the first chicane. And as they run down to the infamous turn 9 here, it is Rick Cardle who is ahead, and he needs to chase down his opponents. It is now Unite who takes over the lead. We said he was good, and he has taken over the lead in this race.
Sorry to correct you,
He's
it's
P2.
Honor that's taking the lead at the moment. Unite is second and Falcon is third. So Cardo and Upsas are catching those three.
Yes, and as we head onto the oval for the first time, it is the shortest amount of oval that you can take here as they head into the national section of the lap. This is a 9.9 kilometer track, so it uses all of the outfield of the oval and all of the infield, and, well, actually very little of the oval itself to make up this track. As we see Owner setting quite a marker at the moment ahead of Unite, but Rick is giving Falcon quite a lot of pressure there.
Yeah, I think Rick will be man to watch. He will probably not be too happy with the start, and as Falcon goes a bit wide, that will open the door for a send. And Rick kindly obliges. Upsas wants to take... Oh, I think he will take it on the exit. Oh, that's very close. Now Falcon has a bit of a draft from Rick. And Upsas wants to take both of them. That's optimistic. Almost worked out. Yeah, but we have Rick and Upsas dispatching Falcon in one move. And Rick Rick will be under attack on the oval here because Apsos will have good draft and will attack definitely into the big braking zone. It's the biggest braking zone on the track after the oval into the hairpin. He wants to go on the inside. Let's see what he does. He moves out of the attack. Interesting move.
Yeah, he didn't go for it. And further back, we've got Squabbles. That's Fnatic having a fight. He's defending from Iron Donny, who is in P11 just now, trying to get his way into the top 10. Haven't seen Fnatic around much during RTFR, but there we are. One of the air attack drivers doing quite well for himself. P10 at the moment. And Ona, hit after a lap, he's got a fairly solid lead there, Zdravko. He's not being pressured that much by Unite at this stage of the race, but it's all going to be about time management. But look now, Rick Cardle is showing that he's got early race pace. He's dispatched with Falcon. He's managed to stay ahead of Upsas, and now he's chasing down Unite, his teammate and championship rival.
Yeah,
first and second.
I'm betting on Urville hope that Unite fights Rick hard. That's his good chance for a nice result. If Unite and Rick lose time together, maybe Upsas can get involved. We'll see. Unite goes a bit wide, takes a bit on the grass, and Rick has a run on him. Will he go for the inside or wait? He will send it. No, yes, he's sending it. Yeah, Unite was a bit compromised because of dirt on his tires, but manages to switch back. This will be interesting. That should be Unite's turn. Oh my god, Rick is really stubborn. He doesn't want to let go. And he takes it. That's a great overtake there.
Yeah, it's not over yet though. Unite's going to want that place back, and he's got a good chance to do it into turn 9 in his genuine racing skin. Every time Unite uses a skin that isn't a Sider skin, it always is a little bit questionable, isn't it? But there we are. As he heads down to turn 9, he's not going to have a run on his teammate, so he's going to have to try and get him back later on. Upsas, he's looking pretty fast too. Wasn't able to get through quite as quickly as he followed Rick through on Falcon, but let's see, can he get past Unite quickly and catch back up to Rick? Looks like it might be on the cards. Upsas is certainly quick in this FSO5 today as Ona leads the field across the oval and into the national section for the second time. It's such a long lap here, you forget how long it is sometimes. And this is not a slow car, this is a quick car. And we're looking at nearly 4 minute laps, sorry. Our focus has been all at the back, and we've got a Mega going very wide at the spoon corner. He lost a few places there, and they're going seriously wide around the spoon corner. And of our 32 starters, we still have, I'm delighted to report, 32 cars still in the race. But here we go, Ona now under pressure from Rick Cardle.
Yeah, Rick is definitely mounting a charge now.
Yeah, he's managed to get past Unite and is caught straight back up to our race leader as they head through the Parabolica and the national configuration. Next, we head down to a double left. Yeah, he's got draft, double left, and then the oval. Will Rick go for it before the oval? Yeah, he's hungry, isn't he? He's really hungry today, and almost a little bit of contact there. That's how eager he is to get past. As they head through this chicane, which is normally the final chicane on Kyoto National, we are far from the end of the lap here, and we still have one sector to go. Rick a little bit compromised on the exit as we head to the final couple of corners of the oval. We have a heavy right-hander to contend with here. This is a fantastic circuit. It adds 2 extra hairpins to the track and also the infield of National. Is absolutely brilliant in pretty much any class of racing in Live for Speed. I particularly like it in the GT3 category. This car, very, very different to GT3s. You've got very little aero.
One goes a bit wide.
Keeping you on the road is the weight. Yeah, he's gone wide. Unite's thinking about it into the final corner, and this is allowing the guys behind to bunch back up. Unite is right there again, and Rick might start to get a bit frustrated. Let's stick with this just for now. Rick's gone off.
Rick goes very wide. Oh, That will hurt him. That will cost him a place, maybe even to Abscess. Let's see. Abscess
Might
is
just
gaining.
be safe from Upsas. It depends how brave Upsas is feeling. He's not going to be close enough, surely. Oh, he's going for a send. Oh, he's gone for it. Oh, that's a risk. And these two don't want to come together again in the first corner.
Well, Abscess had to risk because Ricardo has dirty tires, and this is his chance. He has the draft now. But he goes a bit wide. Okay. So there's one thing I noticed. Abscess has huge damage on the front of his car. That could be from the first lap incident.
Possibly, yeah. There was a bit of rubbing and there was follow-up contact after that. All these two really are using all of the track and some more. Upsas was wide through the first set of corners. Rick obviously wide out of the final corner. And there we go. Upsas is drifting. He is compromised and he's going to lose another place. In fact, he's drifting again, almost showboating, as if to say, you know what? Oh, yeah, and there we go. He has actually retired from the race. So Upsas giving up in spectacular fashion, has to be said.
Well, that's what happens with this car. If you don't have it under control, tires just go off, and Abscess, in a half of a lap, he ruined his rear tires, and there would be no way to have good pace after that.
Yeah, there is no way to calm those tyres down. Once the temperature gets up, that is it. You have no chance. It is now Unite's turn to try and get past our early race leader, Ona.
Yeah, Onur is another driver now that has problems with the tires. His rears are starting to go red, while Unite and Ricardo have much better tire management. So he will be hurting a lot now.
Yeah, well, let's see. Can the Genuine Racing livery lead its first race in Need for Speed in quite a number of years? Let's see. Unite now driving for Sidus, of course, but choosing not to run their distinctive purple livery. Instead, he's running a rather fetching Japanese-inspired Genuine Racing livery, and he's chasing down Ona, who is running an Aston Martin livery today in a car which is very much not an Aston Martin, as he heads into the Parabolica. And yeah, he's doing a good job, but as you said, he is starting to burn up those tyres, and once they start getting hot, there is no chance to cool them down in such a short race. We've only got 8 laps around this massive layout as Unite goes for the send finally on Ona. Oh, backs out of it. These two. Oh, and Rick trying to run it around the outside. Is he going to be impatient? No, he's not. He's going to sit in behind. Zdravko. It's so important for these drivers to, you know, fight for track position, but also manage those tyres.
Yeah, well, Honor is a bit late on moving to the side. He did it to Rick a lap before. Now he did it to Unite, but he will get swallowed this lap because he just has no grip on the oval. I was waiting for him to go wide. He was able to brake so much later than Unite, but still kind of managed to take the turn. Now Rick will get interested again into this. Yeah, I don't see how Onur will keep this up because his tires are boiling now.
Yeah, but while the two of them behind start to squabble as well, their tyres aren't going to be helped by this. Ona runs wide. He's hit the grass like Rick did the previous lap, and you know he's going to be compromised come the end of the straight here.
It might be a free wide. It might be a free wide into turn 1 because Unite is sending in.
Oh, they're trying to do a pincer movement. Rick's got the rear out. Unite's gone wide. Rick's tried to. Well, he's actually got it back. He's going to have the best run of these three onto the third corner down this short straight. Unite's dropped back a lot there. He ran so wide, and you can see how much that hurts. Rick's managed to get the inside. That's crucial for the next corner. But Ona can, if he wants, keep it pinned around the outside, and he has. But again, leaving rubber on the road is just going to hurt his tyre temperature. And could this, in the end, bring Falcon back into play? You can see the green car in the background lurking, while these three burnt through their tyres. And Unite's caught back up as well. So this is not over by a long stretch.
Yeah, but total respect to Honor for being able to brake so much later
Oh,
and
yeah.
still stop it on the apex.
That was
It is
impressive.
ruining his front tires, but at least he will have more balanced car now.
Yeah, you can see that it's not as composed, is it, coming out of these corners? Rick's going to try and line him up. Turn 9 is not an overtaking position, especially in the FZ5. With downforce, you can maybe risk it, but not in this car. Rick's able to hold a tighter line. That is going to help him, of course. And they're just not able to keep that rubber on the road as well.
Tonight on the grass.
Unite sizing him up. He's braked on the grass. That is not ideal.
You know the thing? I think that Honor got into their heads a bit. He closed down at the apex for a few times, and now they know that they just can't send on the inside because he will close it. So Rick is very, very calm behind him. Maybe he's just hoping that Honor will finally burn through the tires and will not be able to hold it.
Yeah, one thing I want to say is when I was looking at the calendar of our RTFR, as Rick goes for a look here into the infield, one of the things I didn't think we were going to see was 4 cars within a second of each other, essentially, this far into the race. We're halfway through at the end of this lap. We've only got 1 sector to go. So this is great stuff. We've barely looked at the rest of the field, so apologies for the rest of the guys, but this is thrilling up front. Owner still holding on to the lead just as Rick goes for a send, but Owner, as you said, Zdravko, closing down that gap to nothing and hits the apex perfectly. He's going to get a good exit if he can get the traction down. He has just about.
He's just parking it on the apex, and that's a good defensive drive. But as it shows, yeah, again, he's just.
Ooh.
Rick is getting annoyed.
He's getting impatient here. He's trying to muscle his way through on Owner. And this is going to leave Unite in a good position. Potentially Rick is compromised. He's got the slipstream now of Owner. We head into the second of the hairpins here on the oval. And here comes Unite. Oh, he's got the rear out, and Rick's managed to make the move. Unite's got it all wrong. Putting lots of heat through the tyres. That's allowing Falcon to get through as well. And Rick just needs to stay composed. Will Owner go for a big send into the final hairpin? You've got to say this is probably his last chance to fight back, but he held on valiantly for 3 and a bit laps. But it is over for now. Rick Cardle's managed to get it back.
Yeah, but he's close. Honor is still close. Maybe he can get draft. No.
No, just too much tyre temperature in the end. And that is all she wrote, folks. Rick Cardle can check out. Let's have a look at the rest of the field. We're going to go a bit further back. We've got a fight here for P17. That's the Muli, who is fighting with Pabluski, I believe.
Yeah, the Mule and Pabluski just had a awesome last sector going too wide in all the turns. Pabluski ultimately prevailed, but there's a big squabble of 4 cars as we saw Yaroslav Donalik go very wide. So that will mean that Arska will try to attack him now, because Yaroslav will have dirty tires in the turn 1.
Oh, big send from Pabluski. Big send from Pabluski. Falcon and Unite side by side as we head into the end of Sector 1. Falcon has the fastest lap because, of course, the top 3 guys have been fighting for the best part of 4 laps, and they won't have been putting in their best sectors. So Falcon has just been sat there, nice and calm. He's not had anything to worry about for his tyres. And not only does he have the fastest lap, he's also got a sniff of a podium as Unite again gets the rear out on that car, Zdravko. He's having a bad time today.
His tires are ruined now. So his tires are even worse than Honor's. Honor somehow managed to get it back into a bit of a control, while Unite has the worst tires of top 4 and Falcon will have more grip. Will he be able to utilize it? We will see. But Unite is leaving him more space than Honor used to leave.
Yeah, Unite's just given that place. The door was left wide open for Falcon to just take it. So Unite's going to sit back, try and cool those tyres and hope that they come back to him before the end so that he can mount a return charge. There's no point in him fighting with Falcon, really, is there, at this stage? He's just going to put more energy through the tyres. It's better just to let him go and see what he can do later on. I think that was a smart move.
Yeah, well, the end view for Unite should be P2. So fighting with Falcon and losing touch to Honor will not do him any good. He should just try to stay behind Falcon now. Falcon will inevitably catch up to Onur, and then he can pounce again.
Yeah, a driver we haven't spoke about today is Gabor. He's in P7. He's trying to catch up to Iron Donny, who's had a good race so far. He's up to P6. Then we've got Maranui, followed by Stemoral just behind in P9. And it is Fnatic who rounds out our top 10, but only just because he has Sim Broadcast's Kid for company into the Parabolica. Kid had a good start, but he dropped down the order a little bit, and he's trying to fight his way back through as they head down to the double left at the end of this little straight we've got. Kid looking for the move, and he's going to go for the big send. Fnatic gives him room. It is possible to hold the car around the outside here, but with hot tyres in the FZ5, it's difficult to get the exit well as well. And there we are. Kid with a good exit onto the oval, no issues. Now it's Magic's turn to catch up to Fnatic, who has very, very burned rear tyres on that FZ5, that yellow FZ5. That was pretty simple there for Magic, for Race Green to just get on the lower line and drive straight past as he heads into the hairpin to wrap out the lap. And yeah, I think Fnatic's just going to drop down.
We again have the fight with Mule and Pobluski. They have caught up to Michael now. Pobluski did try to send one on the hairpin, but didn't manage to pull it off, but he's following closely now. Let's see what he does in the last turn. Tries for a move. Can he hold it? Lorenzo might get interested into this.
Yeah,
it's an
nice
interesting one. If you attack someone and don't pull it off, you lose time and you get attacked by somebody else from behind. Let's see how it goes here. They're spaced out a bit.
Yeah, Lorenzo dropped back a bit there. Pawlowski has the draft, and that's how much gap he's opened up. I don't know what's happened to Lorenzo there. He dropped back a lot there.
I will tell you what happened to Lorenzo. He has wrong setup on.
Is he limited top speed?
He was on a limiter in 6th gear.
Oh my goodness.
On that straight.
Yeah, he started
he was just losing out.
So he must have chosen, yeah, as you said, he must have chosen the wrong setup for the race. How bizarre.
Pawlowski managed to overtake.
Yeah.
Pawlowski managed to take the Mule. What I wanted to say before, when you were watching through the drivers, great drive by Gabor. He started last.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
we didn't manage to see all that because the top 4 were fighting. But great drive from Gabor and Gemini also, because they both started at the back of the field.
Yeah, Gabor often these days in RTFR decides to give himself a bit of an unnecessary challenge by doing qualifying and then deciding to start last anyway.
I support that. I understand him because maybe he feels like he's slower than Ricardo and would have a bit more boring race at the front and just wants to see how it would go through the field. Maybe I know that for today he wasn't really sure about his ping, so he didn't want to cause any crashes, and that's a smart move to do.
Each to their own, as they say, and it is Unite and Falcon who are still battling. So Unite's let his tyres cool down a little bit, and he is now on the hunt to retake the podium position that he held on. And it's further bad news for Lorenzo, who is about to be overtaken by Thamuli. Actually, Thamuli pushed onto the grass a little bit there, and Lorenzo retains that place for now.
Yeah, let's see how Orlando goes on the oval, because his gearing will probably hurt him a lot there.
Well, fair play to Lorenzo for staying in the race, even though he is seriously compromised on that sixth gear down to the final corner. Further back, we've got Soini, Catilla, and Rony having a nice scrap. The two world-class Lions cars chasing Rony. Sorry, that's Jocks behind now. And Jari Catilla just ahead. So Jocks and Yari side by side, and letting Rony get away a little bit there. Oh, goodness me. Jocks getting on the grass just when you don't want to be on the grass. Yari takes the inside back. Take it away,
We see
Zdravko.
Pavlovsky and Arska having a fight. They were a moment ago they were together with Michael. Let's see, Pavlovsky goes for the outside. Arska will hold this, but Pavlovsky will get better exit speed. Maybe a time for a too wide in the left sector. Pavlovsky goes too wide.
Back at the front, Unite's having a look on Falcon. Had the draft, but didn't have enough in the end to get past. He looked both sides, but in the end, neither were good enough for him. Owner is still there. He's still within striking distance. They have 2 laps to go. Here we go. The driver you alluded to earlier, Gemini, in that blue car, blue and white car, going for the inside on Magic. He's had a drive from the back and is trying to get past on the race screen driver. It's not quite going to work there. Magic's got the inside line, gets a bit of grass, and these two are going to squabble down to turn 3. Both having a bit of a slide. Great stuff.
That looked awesome.
Here we go then. Gemini has the place. No, he doesn't. It looked like he had it. He was turning in, but the car doesn't want to turn in. Now he has it. He's coming around the outside.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, a lot of grip there on the outside. Just looking at his livery, is that a bit of commercial for upcoming league?
Would appear to be.
Challenge safety car. Sim broadcasts.
Well, it's news to me, guys. possibly from a previous season of the E-Challenge or previous race of the E-Challenge. Although I don't remember that having a safety car. If it had a safety car, I don't think it was used very much. But anyway, with the mods and the improvements to Live for Speed, maybe we will see an E-Challenge return. Rick Cardle, in the meantime, he has the fastest lap. He set that a few laps ago, and he's opened up a big gap. We have Unite. Oh, yes, he's made that run. He's just off camera made that run on Falcon, and he's got it back.
He just passed him. Just.
So making that move on turn 2 of the infield. And now he has the tyres and the pace to chase Owner, who is struggling on those tyres now. And United's played this very sensibly. And you're right, Zdravko, you called it a while back.
No.
He's going for P2 as he runs wide again. Can't afford to do that too often.
He was lucky that Falcon did the same, exactly the same move. It happens. It happens when you follow a car closely and he goes off and you just follow him off. You're so fixated on the line of that car, and Falcon was just taken by Unite to the grass. Nur hits a wall on the exit to the oval. This will be Unite's chance because Nur lost a lot of speed hitting that wall.
Falcon did not have a good exit either, so it's just these two fighting for the second place on the podium. Owner again, he's squeezing Unite a little bit. Unite's going to start to get a little bit ratty about that as they run down to the final corner.
I would say that was still fair. There was space for one car. Nothing that says there has to be space for more than one car. And Unite is also a driver that usually would leave one car and a little bit, and that's it. So that's how you race.
He's leaving.
Well, it's certainly entertaining for us as we head on to the final lap. We're hearing that Michael Malek spun. We've got Fnatic around as well, so those two both losing places further down the order. Not ideal, but yeah, Rick Cardle has just started the final lap of the race. Owner and Unite still squabbling there for the final places on the podium. This has been such a front-focused race. I've been amazed at how the battle at the front has just continued to provide us with some really close battles. Mantis is looking to have a go as well, but Zdravko, you found a battle.
Yeah, Aska was very close to Pavlovsky and somehow managed to lose a bit of time in last turn. Let's see how it goes in turn 1. As Aska goes to the grass, don't do that. Yeah, he will not get close now with the dirty tires.
Hidden Gemini.
Just in front of that, we've got Kid chasing the E-Challenge safety car down to turn 3. And both braking at the same time. Gemini preferring this outside line. As you mentioned, Zdravko, there is grip there. And he's managed to use it again. So Kid electing for the inside line just didn't work out. He's managed to retain that position for now, has Gemini. Unite's getting close to Owner, and this is his last chance. The infield and the oval are the last chances for Unite really to get close and pass and get P2 in this race, which he so desperately needs now. We're running out of races towards the end of the year in the Drivers' Championship, and Unite can't afford that gap to get any bigger if he wants the overall win from Rick Cardle, who currently leads the Drivers' Championship. Falcon sitting in a nice 4th place, and look at the gap between 4th and the rest of the field. Absolutely enormous void being set by these top 4.
Unite made a mistake. He hit the curb on the entry to that turn, and it let Onur get away a bit. And considering that Onur isn't that slow, it might be enough to save him for the race.
Yeah, Owner's driven a fantastic race. Very impressed actually by Owner's drive. Maybe the FZ5 is his thing. Certainly is proving to be. He's a quick driver, but this is a standout performance right now. As we have a look at Yari, who's coming under pressure from Rony as we head through Spoon across into National. These guys have been together for a long time. And, again, it's pack racing. Somehow, you don't expect to see pack racing in the FZ5. It's not really a car that lends itself, really, to pack racing. But we've seen a lot of it today.
Just Onur Unite watch. Onur had better exit on the oval, so he might be safe. But in P5, we have Don and Mantis fighting it out.
Yep, still battles
Mantis
up and down
was
the road.
attacking him last few turns. Now he's a bit out, but he should try to send it on the last turn.
The race has come to an end in a blink of an eye. It was 8 laps around Race Screen's interpretation of Kyoto International and for Speed, and through the final chicane comes Sidus's Rick Cardle to take yet another win in the championship for himself and his team. Sidus, here he comes onto the start-finish straight. He is leagues ahead of anybody else. Once again, Rick Cardle takes the win in round 23 of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race 2021, and it will be Owner Zdravko, who, what a performance from him, P2. He led the race for 4 laps. Great drive, yeah, absolutely excellent drive. Unite has to settle for P3 in the end, and Falcon, you can't take anything away from him. Although he was 10 seconds off of Rick, he managed to stick with Owner and Unite throughout the race, and it's will end up being about 7 to 8 seconds ahead of Donny. In fact, 9 seconds in the end to the rest of the field. So those top 4 really were in a different league. Rick Cardle has disappeared into the stratosphere of pace. P6 for Mantas, P7 for Gabor, Stimerol P8, and we still have a race going on for P17. I'm hearing in my ear.
The Mule and Michael will go through the line side by side.
Here they come.
the Mule takes it.
Excellent stuff. Climbs managed to get past Asker just at the end. Climbs was sat behind that group as they went through the race. 20 finishes so far. This is a long lap, so we're going to be waiting a little while for some of the cars to cross the line. We've got another side-by-side battle here between Rony and Soini. Goodness me, who got that? Soini absolutely just 1/100th of a second the finish for 23rd. So there you are, folks. If you want close racing, then join in with RTFR. We always end up finding drivers sticking together throughout the season. Is kind of the way it goes. You kind of find who you're on pace with, and they tend to be the drivers that you battle throughout the year. And we see certain drivers, especially this season, drivers such as the Mooley, who or the ZFRL drivers who have improved a lot since the beginning of the year. Just waiting on a couple. Just waiting on our final drivers to come around the track. It is super long. LG Mies currently last on track. And let's take a look. Has Rick Cardle found victory lane? Yes, he has. He's managed to drive off onto the podium. A bunch of drivers have joined him. And here we have the last of our finishes coming across the line now. I think Mies was only just ahead of Rick when Rick came across the line. So Rick nearly put a lap on LG Mies.
Yeah, I think at one point LG Mies was in the sand, maybe a bit stuck, so he lost a lot of time there. Yeah, but you gotta say it. Congratulations to Ricardo. I mean, this year he has been driving perfectly.
Yeah, he came for an interview during the XL edition last week. I wonder whether we'll hear a few words from him today. As we still wait for Mies to come around. Still not seen him. This is quite the wait, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, he's going through the last
here he
turn.
is. Here he comes.
Sadly, we won't have Rick for an interview.
Now we can't have everything. We've had a fantastic race, and there we are, our final 30th and final finisher of the race, and we can finally go down the results. Silas's Rick Cardle wins in 31 minutes and 53 seconds with the fastest lap, a 3:56.2, 9.9 kilometers completed in 3 minutes and 56. That is rapid. Owner, a stunning drive, P2, 8 seconds off of Rick, who just, once he got past Owner, he managed to blast away in the last 4 laps of the race. Unite, not quite able to get past Owner in the end, has to settle for P3, but a good podium for him and more points towards his championship run. Falcon for Race Green P4, Donny P5, Mantis for Born to Race P6, Gabor from the back finishes P7, Stimmerol P8, Marinui P9, Gemini in P10, again from the back. Kid for Sim Broadcast in P11, Race Green's Magic P12, then it's Yaroslav Donelik, Xpag Blusky, Lorenzo, Thamuli, Michael Climbs, Asker and Fnatic rounding out the top 20.
After the top 20, we have Yari Katila in 21st, Jox, Soini, Rony, and Hechiroko in top 25. Then we got FNS 79, 26th, Redwood, Ariula, Ixtof, and LG Mies as the last finisher in 30th place. Out of the drivers that didn't finish, sadly we have Upses. He had a great pace. Would be fun to see how good he would cope if his tires didn't fall off the cliff. And MRC Mega and DMZ Debug as the last driver. But all in all, I think very fun race. It just shows that you can race everything in LFS, and FZ5 is not a bad car for racing it shows that it's a spectacular car for racing. A lot of nice passes, a lot of nice fights. I think we can be all happy with this race.
Yeah, I could not have put it better myself. Zdravko, thank you very much for joining me for this 23rd edition of the 2021 season of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race. Let's take one last look at the podium. Oh, he's gone. Ricardo has decided enough's enough and he's left. So there we are. That is all we have time for this evening. And thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for this one. We hope to see you at the next one. And whenever that happens, we will be right there with you. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. I've been Peter Butcher. I've been joined in the commentary box tonight by Zdravko Topolnjak. You've been watching Sim Broadcast on Twitch and YouTube. We hope you have a great one. See you later, and good night.